Hi. We're smashing mics in karaoke bars. Hello. So I currently look like this because we're gonna do a chit chat, get ready with me, kind of story time on the au pair situation. And the reason I'm doing my makeup right now is because I just put pink dye in my hair and it stained my face on both sides. Just doing my makeup to cover that. And because it'll make me feel cute because I have nothing else to do today. Let's get started, I guess. So first I'm going in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. It's like a dupe for the Tarte one, I think. But I have the Tarte one, I just haven't opened it yet because I want to use this one first. So I'm just gonna rub this all in and let it sit for a minute and then I'll start talking. I'm gonna be sitting like sideways like this because this is how I do my makeup. Just sitting on the ground here. Where to begin? I guess we'll start with the fact that I was only talking to the family for a week before I went over and met them, which isn't very good, I guess. Maybe a wrong thing to do. But I don't think I would have known any different even if I was talking to them for like a month before I went, because it was just like the way they acted in person. That was the problem, like when they were trying to get me to do stuff with the kids. That was the issue, not necessarily like them as people. I was on this website called aupair.com and you can just like look for different families and stuff. Basically I found them and then I started talking to them. I started talking to the mom and then like a week later I flew over. I'm going in with the Tarte Found Sealer. It's supposed to be foundation / concealer and also it's in a shade darker. It's a bit dark, but I feel pretty when I'm tanned. So the mom was really nice like when I was talking to her, and like she just seemed like a normal chill person. Like there wasn't really anything that I noticed that was kind of weird. And like I talked to the kids on the phone as well before I went over. So yeah, like she seemed really like a nice person on the phone. But once I arrived, they didn't come and pick me up from the airport because there was a 10-kilometer radius thing that you had to be within 10 kilometers of your home. So I had to get a train and then like the metro. So that was like quite confusing. And like if you watched that vlog, you will know that I couldn't find the train that I needed to get. Basically, it was all kind of a bit messy. Then when I got there, like I was texting her the whole time being like, oh, I'm on the train now, oh, I'm on the metro now, da da da. And I still had to wait like a half an hour when I got to the train station. So it was kind of like, it was just like already a bit stressful. And then as soon as I got into the car, she had her mask on. And she was like, this is the mom. The mom only came to pick me up, like the dad stayed with the kids. But like as soon as I got in the car, she was like, I'm keeping my mask on because I don't know what germs you have on your clothes. I'm going in with the Tarte Shape Tape now. It was just a little strange. She was saying in the car like, I'm not allowed to meet the kids until I get out of those clothes. Whenever they go out of the house, when they get back, they change into different clothes for like the COVID germs. Like they were very like strict with their COVID rules, and then they were like having someone from a different country come over into their house. It was just kind of hypocritical almost. Like I just used the Rimmel Match Perfection loose face powder. I've literally had that for like 4 years or something. Now I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me in like a dark one for contour. I love this. It's like much more natural looking. Basically, kind of as soon as I got there, it was like different to what I thought it was going to be. On the website, on your profile, you like put what hours you want, like what age your kids are and that kind of stuff. Now I'm going in with the Cabrow by Benefit. I've had this one for so long. Eyebrows are sisters, not twins. You can't even see this one because of the lighting, but this one's always the better eyebrow anyways. But yeah, so what I was saying was, on the website, the family said like the timetable of like what you would be doing with the kids. So and the mom on the phone said like I was kind of there to help with their English homework, which was definitely an exaggeration because she said to help with their English homework. They basically wanted me to be like an English teacher. Basically the job description was mind the kids, I'd give them breakfast before they go to school and then give them a snack when they get home from school. And it definitely wasn't that. When I arrived, the boys had like, well, everyone, they were on like a little holiday. So I went on the Thursday or the Friday, I don't remember. But I had like 2 days or 3 days with the kids to like get to know them before they went to school. And literally as soon as I got there, it was like, here's this piece of homework, here's this piece of homework, here's this piece of homework. Can you correct all these pieces of homework? And so there was like 3 days before they went back to school on the Monday. And every day, only me, the boys weren't doing any homework. I spent about 2 hours correcting their homework. But obviously I couldn't say no to correcting their homework because like that's what they wanted me to do. So I was like, okay, I'll just do it and get on with it, whatever. Like the 3 days before they go back to school, keep in mind weekends are supposed to be off for me. They had me on the weekend do homework with the boys. It was like I'd already cried a few times. I'm gonna do eyeshadow now and I'm just using the James Charles palette. I don't even know what I was saying before. So the parents just had a lot of miscommunication between them. So like the mom was just kind of always in the kitchen and then she'd just come out and tell me what to do with the kids when the dad had already told me to do something else. So like the dad would have been like, oh, well, do this piece of homework with them and then you can play with them. And then the mom would come out and be like, no, don't do that homework. They don't need to do their homework right now. Just play with them right now. But it's like, which one am I supposed to listen to? Because if one of them's telling me to do one thing and the other one's telling me to do another thing, then if I do what one of them says, then the other one will think I'm not listening to them, you know? It was just like a lot more than what I was told that I was gonna have to do. I was like, okay, maybe it'll be better next week because they're not in school right now, so they just want me to hang out with the kids or something, you know? But it also turned out the parents were working from home, which I didn't know. This is kind of too high up. The mom had me doing every single piece of housework you could imagine. Like, I don't want to turn this story time into like shitting on the family because like they were nice people. They just, I don't think, knew exactly what they wanted to know how to do. I wasn't getting any free time to myself. So then at night, obviously, was the only time I had to myself. Like, I was hanging out with the kids every day until dinner. And keep in mind, this is Europe, like Central Europe, so dinner is not till 8 or 9 p.m. So it was like a 12-hour day with the boys, including hoovering, sweeping, mopping, whatever. Like, it was like a full-on job and I was only getting €70 a week for a full-on job. Like, the jobs that I was doing was like what people would hire like 3 or 4 people for and get paid more than I was getting paid. So that Monday, the boys got home. I was playing with them in their room and I was like, oh, this is fine. We were playing like Pokemon cards and stuff. So I was like, oh, this is fine. Like, if this is what it's gonna be like, then, you know, whatever, like I can manage this, you know. But no, the mom came in and she said, they need water. Why did you not bring their snacks up here? Do your kids not have legs? They can't go and get their self a glass of water if they're thirsty? I was literally gobsmacked. She was like, you need to bring water and snacks up here if you're playing up here. No, I fucking don't. They have legs. Like, I'm not their fucking servant. And then like 10 minutes later, the dad comes up and he goes, in 10 minutes, you're doing homework, like it's homework time. The younger one didn't want to do his homework. So I spent all afternoon trying to play with him and then like compromising, being like, okay, we'll play now, but then we're doing your homework in 10 minutes. And then I was like, okay, well, your dad said homework was supposed to be an hour ago, so we're doing it now, or, you know, like that kind of stuff. So I was texting my mom at this point, and I was saying, what the fuck am I supposed to do? This kid doesn't want to do his homework. And neither of the parents are trying to help me to get him to do his homework. Like, the dad was sitting literally 5 feet away. And I was going, okay, William, it's time to do your homework. It's time to do your homework. It's time to do your homework. And he was like, no, I don't want to. And he just kept running around. And the dad didn't, like, he was the one who said it was homework time. And he, like, let the kid run all over the place and not do his homework. That, like, really pissed me off, the fact that the dad was literally sitting 5 feet away. He just didn't want to do his homework. He wasn't listening to me. The dad was sitting 5 feet away and wasn't trying to help me get the kid to do what he said. And then the mom comes outside while he's bouncing on the trampoline. Like, the kid, he's 8 years old. And he's bouncing on the trampoline. And the mom goes, he's just tired. He doesn't have to do his homework today. He's tired because it's his first day back at school in a week. So he just doesn't want to do his homework right now. How is he tired? He's literally bouncing on the trampoline 2 feet in front of you. She was just making excuses for him. And she, like, got annoyed at me because I wasn't playing with him. I was like, I've been playing with him all fucking day. The last day that I was there, like, the last proper day, before I told them I was leaving, I was mopping the floor after sweeping it all. And the mom was out doing the shopping, and she gets back from doing the shopping. And the only thing she said to me was, you're supposed to mop in the bathroom too. No, thank you. Oh, that's great. Could you just do in there too? No, like nothing. Like the whole time, this was the Tuesday and I left on the Thursday. I'd done the dishes every morning, like whatever. Not once had I gotten a thank you. And I'd been there for like 5 days at this point. That was kind of the last straw. Like, I texted my mom that and I was like, she just told me I had to mop in the bathroom. She didn't say thank you, she didn't say whatever. And she said the reason, she was like, you were absent yesterday. And that's the reason that William didn't want to do his homework with you. As if I spent the whole day with him trying to get him to do his homework. I was anything but absent. And so I texted my mom this. And she was like, right, that's it, go downstairs and tell her you're leaving. Like, you're leaving tomorrow, like, tell her you're leaving. And I was like, no, I feel bad because the boys don't have school on Wednesdays. And so I was like, no, I feel bad leaving, like, tomorrow because obviously she needs help on Wednesdays. So I stayed an extra day to help her. And she repaid me by kicking me out at 9 in the morning the next day. And I had to walk all the way down to the train station, lugging my suitcase behind me down a country road for 30 minutes. And then when I finally got to the train station, the train that I was supposed to get didn't show up. I'm just doing the Tarte Sex Kitten on my waterline. So yeah, that's my story. And I didn't even get paid for the week that I was there. Kicked me out with no pay. But as you'll all have seen if you watched my vlog, I then stayed in Paris in an Airbnb for, I don't know what it was, 4 nights or something, 3 nights. Not that it was worth it in the end because it just ended up being so complicated and a lot of money. But you live and you learn, and everything that you experience in life you can learn something from. And that's my little philosophical chat over for you. That is, what was this? The Sumptuous Extreme Estee Lauder mascara. Obsessed with it. Now I'm just going to do a little bit of highlight and then I'll be done. I don't know if anyone stayed this long, But if you did watch the whole thing, I appreciate it, and I'll show you the full look in a second. This is the finished look. I just added a tiny bit of pink inner corner highlight, and I added Morphe lipstick. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.